Hi everyone, welcome to another art video with Mrs. Penn, Mr. Jordan, and Mr. Keeling. So, Mrs. Penn.
Keeling as well, don't forget Mr. Keeling.
Yes, Mr. Keeling. Mrs. Penn. Apologies for Mr. Jordan's terrible interruption there. What are we doing today?
Right, today I'm going to show you how to draw a face, a portrait, okay, with the right measurements.
Ooh, lovely. Do I need a rular for this, Mrs.
Nope,
Penn?
you don't need a ruler.
Okay,
No,
so what am I going to need?
Oh yeah,
right, you're going to need a pencil.
Got it.
Piece of paper.
Got it.
You might want a rubber, but I don't bother with rubbers.
I got a rubber just in case.
Okay, right then. The first thing you need to do, you ready?
Yes, already present and correct.
Right, first thing you need to do is to draw the outline of the shape of your face.
Is it on the paper?
On the paper.
Right, and it has to be my face.
It could be any face, but a general sort of face shape. So we don't just want a circle. Think about it. Think about, oh, you know, have they got fat cheeks, bit of a chin?
A bit like an upside down egg.
It does a bit, yeah.
And for getting the kind of right shape for this, do you have any advice on the control of how I draw, or do I just freeform it?
I would just freeform it, and if you do lots of little lines, as long as you do it lightly, it won't matter because you can always rub the light lines out.
Okay.
And when I'm drawing, I find it easy to turn the paper as well when I'm doing it.
Yep, whatever.
Not good.
Whatever suits you.
Okay, good.
I'm actually using a felt tip because otherwise the children wouldn't be able to see it because it's too dark in here.
Does this look okay? Okay.
That's great, yeah.
All right.
Have you done yours, Mr. Keeling?
I have, but I would rather keep it personal to myself until it's fully completed.
Okay.
Good plan.
I like to build the suspense.
Okay, right. The next thing, and this is something where children always, and I say always, go wrong. Okay. Now they'll go here and they'll say, "Oh, I'm going to put my eyes here." No. Okay.
No.
What you have to imagine is wherever halfway is between the top of the head, because remember we're talking about the top of the head and your chin, or a line about halfway.
Okay. So the eyes are halfway. Right.
Halfway. So drawing in a little thin line to guide you where halfway is, and then you can rub it out later.
Got it?
Okay.
Okay, right now, your eyes are going to be on that line. And what you need to do, when you draw your eyes, you need to make sure again that they are not circles, because nobody has, apart from Bart Simpson, round circular eyes. So you need to draw them and give them a bit of shape. Now, this can be a bit tricky because you need to think about where you're going to put your eyes. You don't want them too far apart. And what most artists say is that in between the eyes, there is a space for another eye.
Ooh, a third eye.
Exactly. So if you do your eye here, now look at that shape. That's not a circle, is it?
No.
It's more like a lemon.
More like a lemon, exactly. Now I'm imagining that I've got another one in the middle, and that tells me where I'm going to put my other eye. Oh.
So is there a bit more eye above the halfway line than below?
Not really. So we've got two eyes.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to come back to the eyes later because I want to get most of the features on first.
Right.
Right, the next rule is halfway between where the eyes are and the bottom of the chin. I want you to work out where halfway is again, and that's going to be the end of the nose. So for me, I reckon that's about there. So I'm going to draw another thin, wobbly line that goes across there.
Brilliant.
Okay, and then you're going to put the nose shape on. Now this is a bit tricky because children, again, they tend to draw their noses. I mean, I've seen so many children and adults actually draw their noses like that. Yeah. Well, noses don't have a line all the way around them, really. It's the shadow that makes the nose look like that. So what I concentrate on is the bottom shape of the nose. So here, in between the eyes, obviously you want it down the middle. I'm just going to put a little bit of a curve. Like that.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
I'll go over it in pen.
That seems to fit exactly in between the space of the eyes.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Spots.
Okay. Right. I'm not going to go into any more detail on that right now either. I'm going to go on to where the mouth should be.
Okay.
And the mouth is again halfway between the end of the nose and the bottom of the chin. So I'm going to put another line across there.
Brilliant.
Now this isn't going to be the top of the mouth or the bottom of the mouth. It's going to be the line that goes in the middle, okay? Now that line is quite important. So if you're doing it with someone else, you need to really look at that person really and see what that shape is. I'm going to make mine up because I've got nobody to draw here. I suppose I could draw Mr. Keeling. Not smiling. Right there you go. So if I draw the line here, and remember that is the middle of your mouth there.
Right, middle line.
Yeah, it's beginning to look an alien actually. Right now, what I can do now is start to go into a bit more detail. There is a few things missing though. What do you think's missing?
The bridge of the hair.
The bridge of the hair.
The bridge of the hair.
The hair, yeah, the hair. Now, definitely something else.
Ears.
Ears.
Ears, right. Ears are in line. The top of the ears are in line with the eyes. So here we go. So depending on...
Ooh, big ear.
Yeah. Big ears.
Okay.
Now, the hair, don't want to get too bogged down with hair at the moment, but if I look at myself, I've got about here.
Yeah.
Have some hair coming over here, but it's going to come down by the side of my face there. Okay.
Are we doing our own hair here, you think?
You can do what you like, really. It could be your, I don't know, whatever you want.
No, I'm doing what I've got, I think.
So I'm going to just, obviously I've got a felt tip here, which makes it a bit harder for me, but at least it means that you can see what I'm doing.
Okay. Oh gosh.
How are we getting on?
I'm trying to put some hair in, but we're getting there. So I'm going to be rubbing out bits as well later on, aren't I?
Yeah, you can rub out bits later on, yeah.
Cool.
Right, so what we can do now is start adding a little bit more detail.
Right.
I'm going to go back to the eyes because there's something missing there, and that's the eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to put a line in there for the eyebrows.
Are you doing yourself, Mr. Keeling?
No, it looks kind of like a spooky mask at the minute.
Right, now the eyes obviously go inside that circle because these are actually like the eyelids. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little line that goes across there and across there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to, inside, I'm going to draw the shape of the eye.
Wait, in the, okay. Right. Quite a big, quite round. Oh, because that's the eyeball, not the iris. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, the eyeball. The iris would be much smaller. So, well, it might be bigger. I mean, this is sort of taking on a bit of a Japanese manga look at the moment. Because the eyes are very big, aren't they? But you could make the eyes really big. The actual pupil, like that. And one of the tricks that you can do here, if you draw a little triangle inside the eye, I don't know if you can see that?
Triangle.
And then you shade the rest of it in dark, but leave the little triangle.
Oh, does it look like light is reflecting?
Yeah, that's exactly it, Mr. Jordan. So we've got light reflecting in that eye now.
That's so cool.
I'm going to do the one on the other side.
Oh, that is so cool.
That sounds like water.
It's his new ASMR equipment that he's bought.
There you go. So we've got two eyes. Now this is a child, and it definitely looking a little bit like, oh, something terrible's going to happen. Okay, now I'm just going to thicken up the top part of the eyelid. I don't really want to draw eyelashes on, but I'm just going to thicken it up a little bit so it looks a little bit thicker. You could put.
Can we have little eyelashes? Yeah.
Oh, the jazz has started. Can you hear it?
Oh, it sounds lovely.
That's Mr. Penn hard at work. Get a few on the bottom if you want.
Are you doing eyelashes on the bottom as well?
I am doing it very small though, but then I'm on a bigger piece of paper than you.
I'm going to put some little ones in. How are you getting on, Mr. Keeling?
It looks terrifying.
I'm really excited for the reveal.
That's okay. We can look terrifying.
And quite stoic, actually.
Stoic.
I've definitely got that Japanese manga thing going on.
Definitely. Ah, good. I'm just thickening up my eyebrows a little bit.
Okay. Oh, a bit more thickness on the eyebrow. Yes, because eyebrows are quite... Oh, I look at my eyebrow, it goes up a bit here and down.
Yeah.
I guess we all have different eyebrows.
Yeah, I mean, mine are different to yours. Now, I'm going to just add a little bit to the nose now. Now, I would never do this in felt tip normally because I'll be too worried about making a mistake. But I put a few, just the edge of the nostrils there.
Okay.
And now I'm going to come down to the lips, which I'm going to do the top lip first and make that shape. it in pencil first because I just wanted to make sure I'm happy with it. So that's the top lip.
So as children do this, you would expect them to be rubbing out and changing bits, and it's a work in progress all the time.
Definitely. I mean, if I was doing this in pencil, I would have changed loads of things, but obviously so that they can see it because it's very dark in here.
What's this little thing in between the little indent on your top lip?
That thing. What's it called?
Name, isn't it? Is it the Philtrum?
Septum?
No.
Septum.
Oh, I don't know. Oh God, well, it's not like we're teachers or anything.
No, I can't remember the name of that right now either. I used to know, but you could put that in if you want.
I might Google it so I don't look like a complete idiot.
Once you find the answer, Mr. Jordan, what you can do with this video is you can edit it so that that bit that we've just done, you come in with the actual answer, and then we both. In fact, Mrs. Penn, if we just take a moment now to both go, "Ooh, didn't know that,"
Okay.
then he'll find it easier to edit. Yeah. So 3, 2, 1. Ooh!
I didn't know that.
Yes, the Philtrum. It's called the Philtrum. How interesting.
Right.
Amazing.
Let's pop that up.
Fountain of knowledge, sir.
Right. So obviously if you wanted to go ahead, you could start adding shading, but I can't do that really very well with felt tip. But I could add a little bit with my pencil.
Is the mouth, we're just keeping the mouth closed, yeah?
Yeah, you can do. You can have it open if you want, but you've already drawn that middle line, so.
Yeah, no, I don't want to open it. But I'm not going to show teeth or anything.
That's a basic portrait, really. It's about getting the proportions correct, really. And as long as you remember the halfway down, halfway down, halfway down rule, that's generally most faces.
Yeah, that's a really good, I didn't know that that was the sort of ratio we're going for. It's really good.
Yeah.
Halfway, halfway, halfway. So the bottom of the nose is a quarter of the way down. And then what would the mouth, that'd be an eighth?
Well, halfway is the eyes. So yeah, that would be a quarter. So that would be an eighth, yeah. 1, 2.
We're doing fractions at the moment, so that's good.
Right, that's good. But it's interesting because most people, when especially when children draw eyes, they put the eyes at the top of the head, but obviously they're never there.
Not so much for Mr. Keeling, but when you've got a hair on the top of your head, it does disguise a lot of the extra space.
Right. It's about observation, because what you really look at, what we tend to concentrate on is just the face rather than the actual whole head.
Yeah. Right. What about the bits up? Oh, you've got some shadow. Are we going to show the sides of the nose at all then, or not?
I'm not going to bother, no. I'm going to leave it like that. You could do, but as I say, I've done this in felt tip, so it won't look right if I do it in felt tip.
I'm going to give a little bit of nose, if that's all right.
You can do. So look, I've just suddenly aged her.
Giving her some wrinkles.
Yeah. You could do whatever you want, really. And usually there's a darker area, you darken it up around here as well.
My favourite thing about art is that there's no right or wrong. Isn't that right?
No, there's no right or wrong.
Love that. There's no way of failing.
And there's no, really, it's up to you what you do. It's about whether you're happy with it.
Well, Mrs. Penn, I must say that is probably the best face that I have ever drawn before.
Brilliant. Can we have a look then?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Well done. Well done.
Well.
I added the water droplet like you, but I'm not quite sure why I was supposed to do that. But
you don't have to do that, but it kind of brings the drawing to life.
Yes, a watermark, I believe it's called, isn't it?
I don't know.
shows the light, where the light's reflecting in the eyes.
That's really good. I like the hair on you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Brilliant. I love it. So anyone can do that at home. What a fantastic tutorial.
And if you haven't,
And if they do it at home, we'd love to see pictures of it.
oh yeah, definitely. Just remember, halfway, half again, and you're away.
Thank you so much. We'll see you guys.
That's all right.
Take care, everyone.
See you soon. Bye.